Hello.
My shirt is lopsided. I'm sorry. Hi, welcome everybody to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please give us a thumbs up just because we asked you to. Okay, so today we are going to go over Sister Wives, Season 15, Episode 6, Different Wives, Different Rules. Okay. I hate Cody.
I don't just not everything has to be that complicated. It seems like for me, I'm not sure if it's for everybody else. When I watch the show, I always feel like the women are sensible.
Mhm.
They have a good thought process. They've taken time to think about what's best for their household. I'm like, okay, this is good. I see with each household why you're doing things the way you're doing. It makes complete sense to me. Great job, ladies. But then Cody wants to come in as head of the household and give his opinion. Like, you know what? This is where y'all go wrong. Y'all keep allowing Cody to have opinions. I'm gonna need y'all to stop that. Just stop it.
I know, I know. And like, I know this was filmed at the beginning of the lockdown. I get it. But listening to all of them and hearing their rambling thoughts about what was coming, how could they have been confused? Because I remember like conversations that I was having with friends
Mm-hmm.
um, at that time. And I was stockpiling in February and March. Like February, I started stockpiling. I did a BJ's run. And
Mm-hmm.
then March, I went back again because things weren't getting better. And I don't understand what confusing information that they were getting. You're seeing your whole state going on a lockdown, and you're saying you're getting confusing information. Like I have never ever encountered a situation where a state or a country or the world locks down. So there's nothing confusing about that to me. And so it's bewildering to me watching this footage from a year ago. It's bewildering.
They
Um,
they for me, I agree with what you're saying. 'Cause they just seem to run around like, what do we do? What do we do? But you seem confused, but yet you have a plan.
mhm,
And I'm like, well, how are you confused but have a plan?
mhm.
That makes no sense to me. I'm like, I'm gonna need y'all to think this through a little bit better. But I think what it is that they came up with plans, then Cody interjected, which threw them off because he was giving them information like, well, this is what I heard and blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, y'all stop listening to him. Just
Oh
stop
yeah.
it.
What was it that he said that a doctor said? I was I he a local doctor told him something. I have to look through my notes to see if I can find it. But like Janelle saying, like equating the statewide lockdown to the Gestapo. I was like, y'all actually left that crap in? A year later, y'all left that in? It's one thing that she said it then. But
Mm-hmm.
like this just shows me like their complete ignorance.
Right, because what they did, they went to the extreme for no reason. Like, are they gonna like stop me and pull me over like and ask me like for papers? I'm like, paper? What? No one's doing that.
Right, but her son who works in the construction
Right.
industry, he had a pass, which he would have
Yes.
had to produce,
Exactly.
you know. You don't work in construction, so you don't have a pass, so you stay home. How hard is that to understand? How
Exactly.
hard? How hard? Like, I don't know if they were juicing this up for juicing's sake, but it just made me look at them, and I was just shocked. Shocked. And at one point, while listening to Cody's diaries from the garage, um, and he came really close into the camera, I was like, is this what madness looks like? Or is he just hamming it up as usual? Like I could not figure it out. this was kind of rough for me to watch this. And then the callous attitude of Janelle's two sons.
Right.
Especially not the older one in construction, the one that just got the girlfriend. Gabrielle?
Garrett? Is
No.
it Garrett?
Oh, Garrison?
Garrett. Is it
Gabriel?
Garrison? The one, I know it's the Janelle son.
The one with the long hair.
Yeah, I thought
That
his
was
name was
sitting
Garrett.
next to her.
Yeah, I thought his name was Garrett for some reason. I know it's
I
a
had
G.
no idea. I had no idea. I was just perplexed because he would be willing to quarantine for a couple of days if it allowed Cody to come and spend time with his mom. If he can't come and spend time with his mom, then what's the point of giving up his very active social life?
Right. That was
And
hilarious to me.
yeah, and then I would have been like, well, I don't want you going out and bringing back something in that could harm me and our family.
Right.
And he didn't care.
No.
He must be getting his first sniff of puss. That was the only thing that went through my mind.
Yeah, because he seemed kind of excited because he's really into that girlfriend.
And he only known her for a couple of weeks. It hasn't been like an established relationship for a year or something like that.
Right.
He just met her. Get your act together. Oh my God. I could see the boy in construction going because that's his job. You don't want to lose it. Just be
Exactly.
safe. And construction had the N95 mask anyway. Well, at least I hope they did. But this whole episode rubbed me raw. It just rubbed
It
me
was annoying.
raw.
It was interesting because there wasn't much there. But I do want to touch on one thing. If we could segue. I'm gonna need Robyn to shut up about being in Flagstaff. Because if she complains about being in Flagstaff one more time, I'm like, ma'am, you're the reason you're all in Flagstaff. I wanted to kind of like have someone slap her through the screen because she was complaining about being there. I'm like, this is your fault. I'm going to need you to stop.
Oh my God.
I don't want to hear it from you anymore.
I found what Cody said, the advice from the local doctor. Put your credit cards in the freezer. Leave shoes out in the cold. And he was saying this to Mariah and Audrey. Leave their furniture in the U-Haul, out in the U-Haul, in the cold for a few days. And then Mary's like, you need 4 hugs a day as a human to survive. Like, oh, okay, I can get the human contact thing. I can get that. I don't like it. Maybe that's why I'm a bitter old woman. But what doctor gave this advice? Like, none of my doctors. Yeah, none of my doctors gave that advice.
No.
Anyway,
did we get anything out of this episode? Anything?
Well, the first quarter to me was a rehash of the conference call.
Right. That's where I'm at.
Which makes me feel like they're stretching content. Then there was the humiliation of Janelle by her sons. Well, no, one and a half sons. Robyn seems delusional. And who was it who says that she needs an... Oh, Mariah, after getting off the phone with her father, says that she needs a nap. Because every time she talks to him, she needs a nap. She was the MVP of the episode for saying that. I just think Mary is not there. She's checked out.
Yes.
And Robyn seems to contradict herself a lot.
Like all the time?
Yes. Oh, secondary MVPs. Christine's kids. When she brought up that she wanted to move back to Utah, now that the thing is plural families are not illegal anymore. She asked her kids to if they wanted to move back, and they were like, "No, y'all need to stop dragging us around every few years. Y'all need to pick a place and let's just settle down. We're not going nowhere." That's what those were my highlights of the episode.
I agree. I was so glad her kids spoke up and said, like, no, y'all dragging us around for pillows and posts. We
Mhm.
good. We
Mhm.
tired. But
Yeah.
I'm going to say this though. Um, again, this is Cody's fault
Mhm.
because there was no reason for them to leave Vegas.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that was like the perfect setup. You have like your own little
Mhm.
neighborhood with all your families. Like, why would you leave that to move to a more expensive place?
'Cause Robyn.
Yeah, and this is why the ladies are annoyed with Robyn. Like, Robyn needs to own the simple fact, like, look, you guys moved here for me. I appreciate it. So, thank you. And she needs to get off the fact that, I'm gonna be the voice of reason. I just want all the families together. Like, shut up. Shut up. I need you to shut up, be quiet, and mind your business. They don't no one wants to live with you. They're mad at you.
Mhm.
They're mad at you because you were the reason they left their nice little cul-de-sac in Vegas. When I saw it for the first time, like, wait a minute, they had all those houses that close across the street from each other,
They
our
had
own
the
little
entire
neighborhood.
cul-de-sac by themselves.
I was so mad. I was mad at Cody. They should just divorce Cody and find another man.
Can they get
Maybe
in with the
the Dodgers,
Greniers? Yeah.
the Dodgers or whoever. I think it's Dodgers. Yeah,
Garters or whoever they are. He seems like a good poly husband.
they live all under one roof and get along, and he lets them. Seems like he lets them say what they have to say, and he just seems very easygoing. Cody's
Mhm.
like Cody stresses me out when he's on the screen.
Mhm.
Like when I saw
Mhm.
Joe and his family, I smiled. I'm like, this is a cool family. The wives are cool. The husband's cool. He chilling. They chilling. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
When you contrast that with Cody and his wives, it's like, ooh, y'all stressed.
Mhm.
Y'all really stressed. Like, you stressing me out, and I don't have 19 children, but I'm stressed for you.
So wait a minute. Cody doesn't want to get like any sort of dog or pet or something like that because he doesn't want the responsibility of a dog in his life. When would he take care of it? Like the women take
Right.
care of everything.
Exactly.
I found that to be laughable. Like Cody really thinks that he does something um with these families. Like it's so weird. Oh my god, I haven't even looked in the comments
Okay,
yet.
so this is not just
I
me.
know.
I like Robyn the least of the wives.
Oh, you do?
Okay, here's the thing. She is weird because she doesn't come across as grateful. She doesn't come across as appreciative. She comes across as a little bit whiny. She has a very like Marsha, me attitude from my perspective. Because
Mhm.
when she talks about the family, it's like, well, I want the family to be all together. I think the family should live all in a room. I. When they bought the house, oh, I didn't want to buy this house. Yada 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 yada. I'm like, well, everything's about you. Whereas when Christine, Janelle, and Mary talk, it's about the family. Like when they talk about the family, it's literally like,
Mm.
my
Okay.
thoughts for the family is this versus I think. Robyn's very egocentric.
Let me tell you another thing. She does bring up with regards to the family, but only where when it benefits her.
Yeah, completely.
Only when it benefits her. And that's what like and I wonder if it became more apparent or got worse once she became the legal wife.
I think she started feeling her oats when she became the legal wife. I think she thought she
Mm.
has the right to say what she has to say, and people should just listen to her. And like I'm with Susan, I don't despise the child, but she just put that family up, and they're not telling her that. She feels it, But no one was like, no, they were like, well, no, we don't feel that way. Lies. Tell her the truth.
So you don't feel that that family was fractured before she came there? Because I mean, the tensions between the basement wife and Janelle and Mary and Janelle and
No,
oh,
I'm, I know. I see. No, it was slightly fractured, but that's more due to Cody than anything, because it's his responsibility as a husband to make sure each wife does feel equal.
mm,
But when you add a younger wife and you show her pretty much all the attention, and you move all four families to a more less financially desirable place, and no one wants to go but that wife, that just blew up everything.
yeah, that doesn't. He always says that, they think individually, but I have to think of the family as a whole. How did that benefit everybody? You uprooting everyone,
Everybody.
trotting them over to another state, and you've put everybody in financial peril. I don't get it. All for the sake of one wife and one child.
So that's, you ruled up basically 20, we'll say 23 people for the sake of two.
Mhm. And the thing is, this was because, correct me if I'm wrong, Robyn's oldest son was going to school in Flagstaff, and she wanted to move there to be with him? Is that why they moved to Flagstaff?
That's the way I took it.
None of them but Janelle wanted to move out of Vegas. But did Janelle want to move to Flagstaff, or did Janelle want to go back to
To
Utah?
Utah.
Uh-huh.
That's my, because Christine wants to go back to Utah. Mary just don't care. We're being
Look,
honest.
you saw Mary shady as hell. Mary sent the two girls to do the bed and breakfast and ain't bothered to tell
Right.
nobody. I guess she
Right.
learned from the evacuation from Chicago. Just don't bother to tell Cody. He'll figure it
You're
out
right. Yeah,
when
yeah,
I'm done.
yeah. When he see y'all not here, he'll understand.
Oh my God. So they didn't even spend their 2 weeks in quarantine. They just kept moving
Yeah,
over.
they got it's like they got there, rested for a day or two, and then left for the bed and breakfast.
Go
That's the
ahead,
way. That's the
me.
way. That's what it's felt like to me.
Get that free labor. Get that free labor. I love it. I love it. That's a great idea. And then again, if the bed and breakfast doesn't have any guests, they could just oversee it and make sure that nobody goes in there if they're not
Hmm.
supposed to. He was okay. Wait, hold on. Yanni. He was going to start college, and since they decided to move, it was convenient to start in Flagstaff. Not, but they had kids in college in Vegas. What was like? This is what I don't get. That the favoritism towards Robyn is blatant. Ain't some of the other ladies' kids in school, and they had to like work and pay for it on their own in Vegas. That's why the older kids didn't want to leave, because they had their college stuff that they were doing. I don't know. Okay, a
So
bed and
basically,
breakfast that is
okay. So
not opened with COVID. Yeah, I worked in hospitality. Hospitality shut down. Um, yeah, I if she kept her bed and breakfast open, that would have been amazing. Cody didn't know. Okay. Cody didn't know when yeah, that's true, Gina. He didn't. Okay. It was Cody. Robyn didn't. Didn't what, Yanni?
based on this article, they moved to Flagstaff because they felt that that area would be more accepting of their lifestyle. But my thing is this: you lived in Vegas for 7 years with no issue, so why move?
Exactly. Vegas like accepts everybody.
I mean, in Sin City, like who are they gonna turn away? That's what I didn't understand.
they got a whole bunny ranch, up in Nevada. Like, that's a very accepting and welcoming state. She shut down 2 weeks, I read. Okay. Well,
That, yeah. I
at least the
mean,
girls have a job.
I think I get what they're saying, but not the reason, because there are plenty of plural families, from what I understand, in Arizona. So I
Mhm.
get what you're saying, but if you're doing cool in like Vegas with no one's giving you problems and your kids are in college,
Mhm.
why mess up your thing? That's just my thing. And then you move to a more expensive place.
Mhm. And buy a piece of land that Christine is already ready to sell.
She wants she wants to sell Coyote Pass and move back to Utah.
But here's the thing. If they move back to Utah, would she still want the separate houses, or would she want to be all together?
I think Robyn just wants to be all together. I think
And
for
Janelle.
her, yeah, I think for her she is doing the plural life because she wants that whole connected family thing. That's why she agreed to get married, yada yada yada. And she's just feeling like it's this way of plural marriage is not for her.
Okay, wait. Robyn didn't really want to move, but because Robyn is the real wife, she did go along. Huh?
Based on the article, it sounded like it was a Cody thing.
Cody was the one who wanted to move.
Yeah, based on the article.
Okay, so Susan says, I think for this to keep going, another wife needs to be brought in. I think not another wife, swap out a wife. Let Mary go. Let Mary go.
Mm-hmm.
It's been nice knowing you. And then maybe bring in somebody who would threaten Robyn, like how Robyn has threatened everyone else. I think that would be entertaining. Um, okay. But think about, even bed and breakfast is open. It's not busy because COVID. I think the girls didn't want to stay in Flagstaff and with her mom, period. Oh. Ooh. Interesting theory. Hmm.
That makes sense.
Do you think Cody's itching for a fresh wife? Yes, because he hates the ones that he's with now. I think he's even turning on Robyn.
I
Um,
think he thinks Robyn's doing too much.
whose $1 million cabin is on Coyote Pass that they keep showing? You mean that big house that's like down in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen every time they do the aerial? I've been wondering that too. Like, I guess it's another parcel of land that's been developed. Um, it'd be great if he got that approved for multiple living units and did like townhouses or something like
Right.
that. But yeah, I but then again, I wouldn't trust him to develop the land. Okay. All oops.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. What's this one? Jamal, Robyn got a voice, so he's done with her.
He,
Whew.
I think so, because he's like, look, Janelle and Christine is enough. Now you gonna go along too? Yeah, I can't fool with y'all. He's all like, and I don't like Mary, so all four of y'all can go.
I think he's just very disrespectful whenever he speaks of Mary. He either talks down to her or is very dismissive, as if she doesn't, like, it's almost as if he's forgotten that she's existed. Like how he could just stand up there and just, I haven't visited her in a long time. Wow. So you have
What
no
what killed
interest in
me?
developing that relationship.
What killed me was Mary, is when he said, "Oh, I just don't call her."
Mhm.
I was like, what? I just stopped calling her to do things. Like, what? Okay.
He's just so rude. Oh
Yeah.
god. Okay. Uh okay. Mary Cody does not have his, no. Yeah, this is correct. I think Mary went and did everything on her own. She tried to get them to invest with her, but Cody was putting the brakes on it, and so were the other ladies. So she went and did it on her own, and that's hers outright. And I think that is how it should have been in the first place, because
Mhm.
that was her family's historical home. And I think she needs that in her development and her progression to help get her out of the family. I
Agreed.
think this could be her anchor. Hey SM, glad you could make it. I had to go to the corner store. Oh my god, that's so cute. Okay, sincerely, that's how I get tired of the wives. They get a new one. Oh. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of hamming up um, from this family, and I think we only get to see the pretty parts of their lives. I think it's only recently that some of the glossy veneer has come off with them.
Oh yeah, well, Sweden is about to get canceled. I mean,
Oh
so,
my
so I have a
god.
question. Did we miss anything in this episode?
No,
I
there
think we hit
wasn't much
everything.
to it. There wasn't much to it. It was the rehashing of the conference call. The girls had a call with Cody. Then they went to the bed and breakfast. Janelle had her talk with her kids, and they basically wished death on her. Um, Robyn is complaining. And then Christine talks to her kids, and they said, "Simmer down now. We're not moving nowhere."
That's why
Oh, and
Sweden.
the school's closed. I think
The
that
school
was the
closed.
other
You're
part
right.
that Robyn, yeah, because Robyn says that she got the notification that her kids' schools will be closed for the rest of the year. And then Cody starts going crazy about their 5 birthdays coming up and how are we supposed to celebrate? Conference calls, video conference calls, just like how you did. Get on the
Yeah,
Zoom.
virtual hugs.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yep, over 20 children. Not a single one of his children wants to live polygamy. It tells like, I mean, it tells you a lot about how they were raised.
I think it's because they spent most of their time out, like they were the only polygamous family, and they went to school amongst regular, not
Yeah,
regular, but
traditional,
monogamous. Yeah, yeah,
monogamous.
traditional. Um, you know, I think they see that there's a choice and they go for it.
Exactly.
It's not to say that they won't, try polygamy later. You never know.
Yep. When Robyn said this baby oven is closed, he's starting at younger women. Agreed. And last comment before we go. Nothing more ridiculous than Robyn and Cody to expect their smaller kids would care for 1 second that made polygamy like a part. Exactly. I was like, that's not exciting news for children.
Like half of them look glazed over, and the little girl, she was funny as hell. Like she wasn't even like talking about that. She was talking about something else.
Yeah,
They
she's
don't
all
care. They
no.
don't care. Like the older kids weren't even interested. They understood it, but they weren't interested. And the little ones, why bother? Why bother? I don't know. But anyway, guys, let us know your thoughts on last night's episode, Sister Wives, season 15, episode 6, different wives, different rules. This was kind of a filler episode for me.
Yes,
But I think that as long as the Browns are filming off of their iPhones, it will be a struggle.
true. And before we go, Cody
Mhm.
also isn't an ideal mate to have multiple families. Agreed.
Yeah. I don't think he has the emotional capacity in which to deal with multiple women.
Exactly.
Maybe he should get some tips from his friends in Utah. That man seemed calm, cool, collected. Or maybe he was just putting on a front for the cameras too.
But his wives are the same way though. So that tells me that's who they are. Okay, and you can see the stark contrast between the Dodger family and the Brown family. So you could tell that's how they are on the day to day. Just like you can tell with Cody, and that's how they are on the day to day.
I think Cody needs to face facts that the wives are like there's a mutiny going on.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's a captain, he better start looking like over his shoulder. Protect your
Right.
back.
Get a parrot.
He doesn't like pets.
Well, he appeared to let him know what's going on.
Okay, guys, let us know your thoughts. Leave some comments below. We read them and we respond. Hit that thumbs up just because we asked you to. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And most importantly, tell a friend. Let us know what you think about this show. And also let us know if you watched last night Seeking Sister Wife. It's come back for its third season. I watched it last night. Jamal,
I
you
did.
watched it.
Oh, it was
It
good.
was pretty good. I was glad to see Dimitri and Ashley. That's the only couple that I recognize. I think I watched it season 1, but not season 2. Is that why? Was Dimitri and Ashley on season 1? Because they were looking for a wife. I don't remember them getting married, and they were talking about their marriage to Vanessa. Well, anyway, guys, let us know. Yeah, the Snowdens, let us know if you want us to review that or not.
I want to because it was very interesting and entertaining for me.
Yeah. I'm really worried about the one that's getting the divorce to marry the Brazilian lady, Roberta.
Garrick and what's her name?
Danielle.
Danielle. Oh, that's
I'm
gonna be a
worried
whole
about
mess.
that. No, I'm worried about her.
Her.
I'm worried about her. Oh Lord, DSJ. Yes, please do Seeking Sister Wife. Okay.
I
Let's
was
see.
scared for her. Right when they said they had to divorce her to bring her, I'm scared. I was scared for her. I was scared for her. I'm like,
I
ma'am,
couldn't they bring her in as a nanny?
no pair, something like that. Yeah, that's what I would
Yes.
have done.
I just don't
They
understand.
did the travel visa. They did something else, but they didn't do the work visa.
Child. But that looks
And
like a whole
Danielle
mess.
and Danielle put the boohoo and blowing snot already. Yeah, it's not gonna end up. It's not gonna end up well for Danielle.
Well, let me tell you, I was doing a little Googling today, and the Sun it's a newspaper out of the UK. They said that he still hasn't married Roberta. They got divorced in 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and he still hasn't married Roberta yet. Danielle's
Oh,
still like in limbo.
wow.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out.
But I think he divorced her too early because for K1 visa, which is what they're going to use to get Roberta up here, don't you have to prove you've been in a relationship for 2 years?
Yes.
So he could have like legally separated from her. And right before he's applying, like after the 2-year period of knowing Roberta, he could have then applied for divorce and start the K1 process with Roberta, saying that he was in the relationship with Roberta while he was separated.
Right.
I think he jumped the gun at divorcing Danielle. And I think
Yeah.
Danielle, like her family warned her, she's going to be left out.
Right. They warned her.
13 years down the drain. I hope she negotiated like alimony or something.
And she got pregnant right away too.
Oh yeah, and back to back. 11 and 10.
Ooh.
Well, okay, guys, I think we're going to review that show. All right, guys. Let us know your thoughts. Give us some more suggestions if there are any other shows that you think that we should review as well. Leave in the comments below. Until next time. Bye.